Locked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the Woodshed, East Lansing, Michigan. Spartan Stadium on the banks of the Red Cedar and home to Michigan State. As we'll see, the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Arkansas State Red Wolves, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Michigan State Spartans. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Spartans will kick it off to get us underway. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So Arkansas State's offense will have first crack at this one. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress the defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt.
Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Smith dropping to pass. Throws to the back. The short hands. It's Rodgers. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Red Wolves will snap it on 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. He's got it and still on his feet. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas State.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
So Michigan State's offense will go to work for the first time today. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like when you've got a defensive line that can penetrate, they can get TFLs, get sacks, it's going to be on this offensive line to buy a little bit of time, but also the ball to come out quick, win in the secondary right now.
Tight end now in motion. Running back searching for a hole. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
That's reeled in. It's Smith. Oh, he's got some space. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
They'll try to slam it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Sparty.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Arkansas State ready to go back to work on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Bunch formation for these receivers. Might be changing the route. Smith wants to throw. He lets one fly deep. Makes a grab for a big play. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. You get a play like that, and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on 2nd down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. That's caught. It's Huffman. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. The Red Wolves are flying down the field. Hand off from the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down? And the Red Wolves didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Red Wolves!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Catch in the middle. It's Smith. Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks.
You hate giving up that play if you're the DB on this one because you're playing man coverage. You're trying to defend a slant route. You've taken the inside away. That's where your leverage is. You'll allow anything to happen to the outside. You're trying to funnel the receiver to the boundary. You just cannot let the receiver beat you to the inside.
Physical running style. Maybe the patron saint of that for Michigan State is T.J. Duckett.
Oh, the big fella. And that reminds me of Michigan State football. That's who they are, right? The physicality. They're gonna be blue collar. They're gonna roll up their sleeves, and make no mistake, every game you play against them, if you don't match the physical challenge, you will lose.
And the Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Fighting off the defender.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. The Spartans come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Collier. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Line gets set. 1st down. It's a reverse. That did not fool anybody. The defense right there to knock him down for the big loss. And the Spartans now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. That's caught. It's Smith. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this third and short, they're still thinking touchdown. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the end zone. Intercepted. Big play, stops the drive.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it, and you can hear it, and sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time, he used the lob wedge, and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
Making side adjustments here. Smith dropping to pass. Here's a heat. Connection to the right. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They've got a first down here to open the period. Looking for space. It's Rodgers. Pass to States, and he may get more. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. He's open on the right. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. Little over anxious out of the stands early, and it's a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense in a bunch formation. Handoff from the gun. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Offense changing the play. Smith wants to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. With the catch, it's Harrell. There he goes. Touchdown, Red Bulls. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Power football with the run. Now they've got breathing room. Got 6 all the way out to the 20.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Looking to fire. They'll run the screen. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
The Spartans will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Sparty and nearly 75,000 of his closest friends hanging the decimal meter on 3rd down. Makes the grab. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Well, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
He slings it deep to the left. Wide open downfield. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. The Red Wolves are on the move. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Touchdown, Arkansas State! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game, but I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Faulkner. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his 2nd PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
Punt is in the air. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. He wants to change this route. Dumps it to the back. Got a man. It's Rodgers. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. Smith dropping to pass. Right down the middle. Touchdown, Red Wolves! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Handoff to the single back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Spartans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Collier. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Punt is in the air on 4th down. Makes a move. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. From the shotgun, they'll run it. On the move at the 30. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through it. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
And they will score. Touchdown, Red Wolves.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
Arkansas State 42, Michigan State.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum.
Pressure is all over him, and he can't get it off. Down he goes, and that'll bring us to the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in East Lansing. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Looking downfield on first down. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The Spartans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know, the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front, they could not protect him well enough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. It's complete, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans. Lining up for the PAT. How about the renaissance of the tight ends? Inline, flexed out, split out. They can do a little bit of everything.
They really can, and they're asked to block a lot of the times, too. But I tell you what, all the wide receivers out wide, the fancy toys, plays, the fancy spread. Don't forget about that tight end. He does a little bit of everything, and then you reward the big fella throwing the ball, and he catches, so he really can't do a little bit of everything in an offense.
Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Bunch formation for these receivers. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
First down here for the offense. They'll go to the ground. Good now. Much more there, a first down, and they're down to the 42.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. And the Red Wolves come to the line with a new set of downs. Smith wants to throw. Pocket breaking down. Finds his big tight end. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Arkansas State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. They'll try the run. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. Wants to fire on second down. And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down. And the Spartans will call on their punt team. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He only needs a sliver of daylight. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Arkansas State ready to go back to work on offense. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside. That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Leaves it with the back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. The Red Wolves with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the shotgun, the inside give. Turning it on! An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Quarterback may change this route. Throws to the tight end. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hoffman. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Smith dropping to pass. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Red Wolves! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
14.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
It's picked off, and another empty drive. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. To the air on 1st down. Big fella moving. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Red Wolves!
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target, accurate throw, and 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
He'll bring it back, and he loses the ball deep in his own end. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Wants to throw on 1st down. Safe completion on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Spartans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The play action fake. Had to get rid of it quickly. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the 1st down here. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night.
Coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And he's brought down after a nice game. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. We've reached the break, and Arkansas State has the quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Quarterback making checks. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Arkansas State. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the fourth, and they are going to go to 7-0.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 25 clash today. Penn State is currently trailing in this one, but there are more people in Beaver Stadium today than most American cities. The crowd alone can help turn this game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to USC. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Spartans now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking downfield, it's Lacey. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they're able to get him down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Spartans come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. He'll go to the sneak. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Looking to throw on 1st down. Flushed out of the pocket. Snagged in the middle. It's Harrell. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a 1st down and a pickup of 10. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Under fire. Got it in the middle. It's Fields. Finds a crease at the 20.
Man, this just starts to hurt your pride, right? You're down by several scores. It's in the 4th quarter, and they keep making big plays. This is something where you just got to buck up. You got to do something about it. You got to find something down deep and go make a play so you can get the ball back and maybe get back in this game.
Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on 1 time. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Gives it on the option. Oh, he's got a chance. Breaks into the open. He'll step out of bounds right at the
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. One man in the backfield, and he gets it.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. On the run, it's Rodgers. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Lacey. Lofts one high and deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
And the Spartans line up to punt it away. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. Arkansas State ready to go back to work on offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. We're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
2nd and 10. He'll throw again. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hoffman. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30. It's 3rd and short. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on 3rd. Quickly out to the tight end. At midfield, he's got room. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. And the Red Wolves will have it 1st and 10. Wants to throw it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Picks up the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. They stop him just a link or two short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. The Red Wolves come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. From the gun, the running back looking for room. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out because this wasn't a great day.
This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go